welcome you to our first webinar for the year. My name is Mary Sotomayor. I'm the New York State Leadership Development Coordinator. Welcome. Before we get started, did you guys know that by watching this webinar, you could possibly qualify for a special leadership development pin? All you need to do is these 3 easy steps. You just need to attend at least 6 of these electrifying webinars. You need to soak up the knowledge like a sponge. And here's where the real fun begins. You'll apply what you've learned in your unit, district, or region, and show us how you're making waves. Once you've nailed these steps and wow us with your leadership skills, you'll unlock the secret treasure, which is our elusive LD Leadership Development Award pin. It's not just a pin, it's a badge of honor that says you're a rock star leader in our organization. So we're going to be saying a secret question towards the middle or the end of the presentation. So you want to keep a ear out for the question so that you know how to answer in our form to say that you did watch this webinar. Now, without further ado, I am beyond happy to introduce our Robin Brumfield, our fabulous leadership training specialist. Robin?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mary. And welcome everyone to our first leadership webinar for our series for the New York State PTA. I am happy to be here and happy to present our first webinar, and I'm going to turn it over to Lucille Vitale, who is the DO for New York State. Thank you. Lucille?
Thank you, Robin and Mary. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you could all be with us here this evening. The membership team has put together a fantastic webinar for you all that I hope you enjoy. We will also be staying on live afterwards for any and all of your questions. I hope it is informative for you, and I really hope that you get a lot out of it. So we'll speak to you after the video. Webinar, Membership Outlook, Awards, Givebacks, Strategies, and more. My name is Lucille Vitale, and I am a Vice President for New York State PTA and the Designated Officer for Membership and Family Engagement. In this webinar, the membership team will take you on a walk through this year's New York State PTA Membership Awards. Plus, they will look at marketing strategies to help your PTA present itself in a positive light so that we all can see how PTA is for everyone. It is now my pleasure to introduce our wonderful membership team. Our membership coordinator, Renee Daniels, our marketing specialist, Kathleen Jenny, and our membership engagement specialist, Danielle Blanchard St. Louis May. And from our office staff, we have the Membership Field Service Senior Associate, Theda Smith, and Communications Marketing Senior Associate, Caitlin Daly. Thank you all for joining us on this webinar. I hope you all enjoy it, learn many new things, and take away all the info you learn back to your own PTA units. Take it away, membership team.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle Blanchard St. Louis May, and I am New York State PTA's current membership engagement specialist. Thank you all for joining us. New York State PTA offers all PTAs in good standing multiple membership awards throughout the year. To receive any award, PTAs must be in good standing. And this means that your PTA must have elected officers for the 2024-2025 school year entered in givebacks, even if there are no changes to the people or their positions. And this is because your name is tied to the school year, not the position. Once the school year has changed, you do not automatically carry over into a new membership. Your PTA's 990 filing must be completed by November 15th, and your IRS exemption cannot be revoked. Your unit's bylaws must be current and not expired. Your insurance premium must be paid with AIM insurance, and your PTA must have at least 25 members with dues paid to New York State PTA. Some awards are based on your membership goal, which you can find in Givebacks. Once you've logged on to your unit's dashboard, on the sidebar to the left, locate Compliance, then click on Unit Data and scroll to locate your unit goal. September's Early Bird Award deadline was September 30th. Units that were in good standing entered members and paid dues for 50% or more of their membership goal by that date were notified by email. For October, units will strive to earn the Trailblazer Award for reaching 75% or more of your membership goal. Again, your PTA must be in good standing and have members entered and dues submitted by October 31st. November's Super Teacher and Staff Award is for units with 75% of school employees as members. This is based on what your PTA enters in Givebacks and should equal the total number of teacher and staff employees that get their paycheck from that building's budget. Check yearly with your building secretary or district office for this number and be sure to enter that in Givebacks on the unit data page before the deadline of November 30th. These special members must have selected a teacher or staff membership or said yes to the teacher question while joining. Again, members must be entered in Givebacks and have dues paid by November 30th. From September through January, units that reach 100% of their membership goal are in good standing and have entered all members and paid dues by the last day of the month will earn the Savvy Award in the month that they reach this goal. January's award is Engagement Plus. This is a self-nominated award. To nominate your PTA, you will need to fill out a Google form, which is a short questionnaire where your PTA shares what you have done to engage new members. The deadline for this award is January 31st. In February, we have our Founders Day Award, and that requires you to enter at least 10 new members. And the deadline for this award is February 28th. In March, we celebrate our students. If your membership is comprised of 20% student members, your PTA may qualify for this award if they're in good standing, have entered all members, and paid dues by March 31st. And in April, we have another self-nominated award called Community Voices. This month, we celebrate units that engage alumni and sponsors or local businesses, or even units with a strong sense of community support. Google Forms for nominating your PTA for this award will be shared on social media and in our membership monthly newsletter. Other awards are the All-Star Award in April, which is given to units that have earned 5 or more membership awards. And last, we have in May, the Good Apple Awards. Now, new this year, we have added a 4th level for the Good Apple Awards. Units with 25% of growth will receive the bronze, 50% growth is a silver, 75% is gold, and 100% is diamond, which is our new level. Again, for all awards, your PTA must be in good standing, have entered all members who have joined to date, and paid dues by the final day of the month in which the award is given. The number one reason that last school year that PTAs were not awarded these awards was because they did not pay dues by the deadline. So make sure that those are in. We encourage units to pay during the last week of the month, but do not wait for the final day to click that Remit Dues button. Visit the awards page for details on every membership award by clicking this QR code here. Visit www.nyc.gov NewYorkStatePTA.org, that's NYSPTA.org, to find all sorts of information for PTAs on a number of areas. Under the membership tab, you will find our membership toolkit, the membership awards section, PTA success stories, and help with givebacks. Also visit www.pta.org, our national site, to view several membership resources from the National PTA.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Jenny, and I'm the PTA Marketing Specialist for New York State. I'm also the mom of 2 boys, and our family lives outside of Syracuse, New York, in a little town called Baldwinsville. I'm here tonight to present to you about marketing your PTA. The first and most important step about marketing your PTA is to make sure that your PTA logo is on every single communication that your PTA sends out. Now, National PTA makes it easy for you to develop a logo. You do not have to start from scratch. In fact, they encourage you not to. If you just type into a search bar, National PTA logo maker, it will come right up the link, or you can look on our website and we will help you. Once you have your logo in hand, you want to put it on every single thing you send out. If you're sending out a flyer about a dance, your PTA logo should be on it. If you are sending home information about Spiritwear, logo front and center, on all your social media, on your letterhead, everything that comes home, everything that goes out, every social media post, every email, everything should have your PTA logo. Why? Because you do so many things and you're not getting credit for it. Just like your school district has their name on everything they send out, you need to do the same. You need to get the word out there that PTA is doing it. I cannot stress this enough. It's also important that you know what your PTA has done in the past. You need to be familiar with the programs and efforts achieved in the past so you can answer the question, what has PTA done? You need to know what your PTA is planning for the future, right? So you know what you've done in the past. Last year we did this, this, and this. In the past 5 years, we spearheaded the effort for the playground. But it's not enough to know the past or what you're doing immediately. You need to know for the future. You need to plan long term, and you need to make sure that other people know so they can get excited about it. You want to talk to parents and teachers and students about all the opportunities that are coming up this school year and next. You want to get them engaged. You want to get them fired up so they volunteer, so they're excited and they want to become members, right? We all like to help out in something that sounds fun. So make it sound fun and make them look forward to things. The expectation and excitement about the big dance coming up, about your fun run this spring, about the book fair in May, all right? Let them know that you're a vibrant and active PTA year round. It's also important that you familiarize yourself with New York State PTA and National PTA's advocacy programs. Advocacy is the #1 reason why PTA exists, right? It was founded by parents who were concerned and teachers who were concerned about what was happening in schools and classrooms, and they wanted to make sure that they could do more so they could maximize their children's potential, right? They wanted to work for every child with one voice, and that continues today. The best way to go about this is to pick 1 or 2 advocacy efforts that really speak to you. For example, for me personally, I have always had a deeply held interest in fighting food insecurity and housing insecurity. Not only do I do that with my day job, but for PTA, I've also been very concerned, particularly about universal school meals and making sure that no child goes hungry in New York State and nationally. Since this is an area that I have a lot of interest in and a lot of background knowledge on, it's an area I follow our advocacy efforts on. This is what you need to do. Areas that interest you, that speak to you personally, you're going to have passion for, and others will pick up on that passion. You will be able to inspire them with your passion to join in the fight, right? To take our membership numbers, show Albany and show Washington, D.C. what we're bringing to the table. How many people out there are speaking for Every Child with One Voice, and push for what we need in order to ensure the best possible future for all children. Another aspect of presenting your PTA that's extremely important is creating what we know as an elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch is essentially called this because it's a speech that you are going to memorize for yourself. You know, make yourself a little script that you have, that you can draw on, that you can use in that like 30 to 60 seconds that you're, you know, standing next to someone on the pickup line at school, waiting on the sidelines of your kid's sporting event, or even in line in the grocery store. And you can take that little opportunity during your chat to tell them about your PTA, what it brings to your school community and to the community in general, right? Just quick and little easy. Give them an idea, give them a little taste of what PTA is about, just so they want to learn more and become a member, right? You want to leave them hanging and want to come and show up at your next meeting. That's what you want with your elevator pitch. The next area we want to talk about are communication mistakes. The first major communication mistake is you only hear from PTA when PTA needs money. I'm sure we've heard that before. Oh, here comes the flyer about a fundraiser. Oh, here comes the flyer about buying cookies or buying spiritware. We do not want to be the people who make that stereotype real. You need to have regular communication. That is essential. And that communication needs to be just in that sweet spot. Not too much, not too little. If you find yourself more than once a week sending message, text, people are going to block us. They're going to tune us out. No one likes receiving multiple emails a day or texts. I mean, we all know this right now with all the political ads coming out. So here's the deal. Pick a time for regular, good communication. Right? Think of it like Goldilocks. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. You don't want to communicate too infrequently either, right? You want to actually make sure that they can count on you to hear from you every week or every month. That's up to you. But you want to condition them that it's Friday at 3 p.m. Here's the weekly roundup from the PTA hitting my inbox. And they'll look for it. And they'll come to rely on it. And that they know is, that's the only time I'm going to have to hear it. It's the only email I'm going to get that week. And, you know, this is not to say you can't send the reminder, you know, the night before the fun run, make sure your kids have sneakers, or you can't send a reminder like the prom tickets are going on sale tomorrow occasionally. But in general, you want it to be regular with just that sweet spot of frequency. Here's the thing too, when we're communicating with people, don't bury the lead. Right? It's important that we're able to know what is important right from the get-go. Put in the subject line of your email, bold, huge font, right there, we can see it. School dance on Friday, fun run on Saturday. You know, those kind of things. Quick, easy. We need volunteers for open house. Don't make them search for it. In fact, many people won't really pass the first couple of lines of an email. So you need to catch them right away, right? Your main request should be in the beginning. It should be in the subject line. It should be the top of the email or newsletter, right? It's also extremely important that we respect the privacy of our members. I can't tell you, and I'm sure you've all been there, when you get those emails with like 300 people on them, and your address is in the CC, so you can see the other 299 people's email addresses, and your privacy just went out the window, and now 299 people are replying all to you. Yeah, please do not make that mistake. It's extremely important that if you're sending out a group email, use the BCC or blind carbon copy online where you paste your addresses. You need to protect your members' privacy. You will not have their trust otherwise. If they can't trust you, they will not want to be involved with your PTA. An easy way to make sure this doesn't happen is to just use the GiveBacks communication feature. Then you don't have to worry about it. They just send it out to everyone on your members list. Everyone's privacy is protected. Just remember, if you're using GiveBacks as a text, you need to just include a little thing like, hey, from your friends at XYZ PTA. Because GiveBacks won't include in a text message what PTA it's from, so they won't know unless you're very explicit that it's from you. We unfortunately often leave people out. I know it's not done on purpose. I've done it myself. We've all been there. You just aren't including everyone who should be at the table. Maybe you have parents in your community who don't speak English, who are Spanish speaking or Ukrainian speaking. For them, you need to make sure that your communications are translated. This is not a financial burden for your units. New York State PTA offers free translation services. You can email translate@newyorkstatepta.org for more help. You can attach whatever the flyer is you're trying to send home or whatever speech you need translated, and they will take care of it for you. Just give them some lead time. Don't expect it overnight, but they will help you. If you have a large population of, say, people who are hearing impaired, see if you can reach out to the community for someone who is fluent in ASL and have them come and sign the meeting so that those people are included. Another great idea I saw is that some people, when they're doing a hybrid meeting, they also have it up on the big screen and they do instant captioning. You can do this very easily with Zoom. And then those who may be hearing impaired in the audience, or those who may have auditory processing disorders, can follow along in your meeting as well. Okay? Every single person needs to be included. That means when you send home emails, you don't just send them to members. What you want to do is work with your school district and see if the school district will distribute it to everyone, so you can be sure that every family in your community is receiving your communications, right? If we only allow members at events, if we only allow members to get our communications, we won't grow our membership. If we let everyone come in and we're welcoming and everyone feels included and informed, we're more likely to build our membership. It's extremely important that you remember that. People join things where they feel welcome. And what better way to make someone feel welcome than to speak to them in their own language, to make sure that they are included, invited, and they feel like they belong. One of the last things that we need to be aware of is that we're mindful. Yes, I know it's been a meme lately, but this is real. We need to be mindful of how we say something. There are many misconceptions about PTA that we have to battle against. A lot of stereotypes that are out there about PTA and PTA members and PTA leaders. One of the biggest myths of PTA that we've been fighting against is the myth that you have to the myth that you have to attend meetings or volunteer if you join. If I sign up for the PTA to become a member, they're going to keep calling me and I'm going to have to volunteer. If I give them my name, they're going to expect me here. No, that's not the case. Even those who just support your PTA by becoming a member are offering support to PTA. PTA is a verb, and how we PTA is up to us as individuals. Some may choose to PTA by becoming a member, by joining a committee, by volunteering. Others may choose to be on the sidelines. For everyone who goes to Albany for Advocacy Day, someone has to watch the kids at home. That's supporting PTA. For everyone who, wants to make sure that the kids have a great end of the year bash and they plan for months, the mom who sends in, or dad or friend or cousin or grandma who sends in, $5 is supporting PTA. And the person who just becomes a member and that's it is 100% supporting PTA. Just like every child may learn differently and every teacher has a different teaching style, each member PTAs in their own way. And that's why for the 2024-2025 PTA membership year, our theme is the power of PTA membership. The power of you. You get to choose how you PTA. Think of membership and the membership campaign as an invitation to everyone in your community that they can participate in a way that fits their abilities, desires best, and also they get to decide what their contribution to PTA will be. Whatever type you choose, you are supporting PTA as every effort helps, because PTA is for everyone. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please, I'll be on the line later. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Hi, everyone. My name is Renee Daniels, and I am the Membership Coordinator for New York State PTA. There is help for givebacks. Start with the New York State PTA's website under the Membership tab. Locate and click on Help with Givebacks. This is where you'll find helpful tutorials, login link, Stripe help, support, and more. One of the biggest mistakes PTAs are making when creating a new membership item is creating it improperly as a store product. And we wanted to talk really quick about this tonight. Store products are strictly used for items such as spiritware, event tickets, and so on. If you create a membership item here, anyone who joins using this item will not populate in your membership list. So they will not appear and they will not receive their membership card. Further, your dues will not be reflected properly, which can affect your financial reports negatively. Instead, create your membership items under Membership and then click Manage Membership Items. Remember, prices must match your bylaws. You cannot charge less and you cannot charge more. Look to future membership monthly newsletters that will be coming out each month that will have quick tutorials to show you how to properly create membership items, family packages, and more. Here are some great ideas that other PTAs have utilized that will help them as leaders and more specifically help their membership grow. One of the most important things you can do for your unit is attend your region and state training events. All of these are an allowed use of your PTA's funds. Your region leaders are one of your most biggest assets and your best resource for all things PTA, including membership. Create opportunities for parents to meet and make a connection by holding social times for families, like a walking club after morning student drop-off. Have QR codes displayed with membership join links throughout these types of events. For middle school, reach out to the elementary PTA to plan a Bridge the Gap event for graduating classes over the summer. For high school, hold a parent event with alumni guests to talk about college. Stock your PTA table, which should be at every single event you hold, with membership forms, volunteer information, a list of meeting dates, and consider giving a little gift to those who join at that event, such as a discounted ticket for a future event. For high school, market scholarship opportunities that depend on membership and involvement. Hold multiple event drives, membership drives throughout the year. Ask multiple times in multiple ways. Important to remember, there is no business sponsorship. There's no business membership because only an actual person may be a member, whereas a business cannot. Many PTAs have a great success with business sponsorships. There is no amount per se that a PTA can charge. We have seen units statewide charge as little as $25, and we've seen as high as $200 or $300. PTAs usually offer incentives to a business in exchange for their monetary support. An individual membership, which would be a standard membership as priced in your bylaws. This would be for the owner or the manager, and you do need to enter them as a member in givebacks. You can link a business sponsorship in givebacks so that an owner can do this online as well. Dues would come out of their total donation. A certificate for the business to show appreciation. And here's a helpful tip. Outline how that sponsorship will aid your students. List some things that the business will get in return for their sponsoring your PTA. For example, ad space on an event flyer. Some PTAs create a tier system of sponsorship where they may offer 4 tiers, and each tier brings different benefits for the business. For example, Tier 1, donate $25 and just get your business listed on their website. Tier 2, donate $50. Get your business listed on the website and add on our next event flyer, and so on. Visit our membership toolkit on the New York State PTA website, where you can find a sample of guidelines and a certificate available in Canva or Word that you can use. All right, we want to hear from you, each of you, on how your PTA did with enlisting members this year. In the past, we have discovered that people join your PTA because of the great programs and more that your PTA provides. We want to share your story with others across the state on our website and on social media. This is a great opportunity to brag about your PTA and the hard work that your team has put in. PTA stories also provide encouragement and ideas to other leaders across the state. Looking for additional help? Connect with your region membership chair. Find your region on the map shown and contact pta.office@nyspta.org. Let them know what region your PTA is in, and they will connect you with your region director and your region membership chair, who can help you and support your PTA in all things membership. Also, check out New York State PTA on social media. Be sure to join the New York State PTA's leader group and the New York State PTA DEI group on Facebook to connect with other leaders like yourself for additional ideas and support.
Wow, guys, that was really awesome. So, as I had promised in the beginning of our presentation, I have a special question. Renee, I'm hoping you can help me out. So my special question that I'm hoping everybody's listening to is, do I have to join every year?
Absolutely. The answer is yes. You do need to join every year. Your membership is good for the current school year that you joined through September 30th of the following school year. After that, your membership expires. So please make sure that you renew your membership every year. And if your school does early enrollment, usually start in May or June. That's a great time to do it. So that way it's off your to-do list. You don't have to worry about it. But yes, you do have to join every year.
Awesome. Thank you, Renee. I'm gonna go join today. Just kidding, I'm already a member.
Join 5 more. It's good.
Renee, one of the questions I hear all of the time is that they have in high school,
Mhm.
a lot of parents have kind of dried out and are tired. And so in trying to encourage membership for those high school PTSAs and PTAs, what are the different avenues that they could approach to enhance their membership there?
That is definitely a struggle. I myself am a parent of a high school student, and I am also very tired. Um, so one of the things that you can do is, meet your parents where they're at. And what I mean by that is, we've all done the elementary school level. We've all chaired, we've all volunteered at the book fair, at the family fun nights. And when they get up into the middle school and high school, yep, they become tired. They're ready to let the kids spread their wings just a little bit more. Um, but it's still very important that the parents are at least involved, so that they know what's going on in the school. And what you could do to get parents to join your PTA at those levels is to offer special newsletters. I know we have several, more than several actually, across the state that only have newsletters. They're a special newsletter available to just their members, and parents will join just to get this information. So that's one way that you can do it. Another way is to remember to let them know that they're supporting programs still that benefit their children. And what better way to get some parent to join than to remind them that your PTA affects their child and their child gets something from the PTA. Be it the PART program, which still can operate at the middle school and high school level, the Reflections program, scholarships that are given at the middle school and high school level. So it's very, very important that you let your parents know that these programs, if your school does these, that they're available.
Thank you so much.
I have a question that I hear all the time, and I heard this asked many, many times over. If I have received an honorary life membership as an award, do I still have to join PTA every year?
Yes. So the Honorary Life Membership Award, it's an award. You still do need to join PTA. Let's see. There is more information about that award on the New York State PTA website. I believe there is a special page. It's not connected to the membership awards page. And I will see if we can find somebody to get that posted in the chat box. But yes, you do still need to join PTA every year. I think we have a hand up for Sherry. I don't know if Sherry's able to ask her question and unmute.
Hang on just a second. Let me enable that.
Okay. Let's see. So while she's doing that, I see that there is a question about, do I need to join the SEPTA and my child's school? That's a really good question, and I just got goosebumps on that one. So your child's school PTA serves the children in that building, but your SEPTA, if you have a SEPTA or SEPSA, which is a special education PTA or a special education PTSA, serves the entire district. And it's very important that you help support each other and work together to grow each other's membership, because ASEPTA has a really, really wonderful platform that they support children who have maybe a 504 plan or an IEP. But even still, if your child does not have one of those, they still benefit from the SEPTA, because at some point your children, your students will go through, STAR testing or other testing at the elementary level. And a parent may have questions about what these tests mean, what the results mean, what does it mean to be receiving AIS, things of that nature. And your SEPTA, if you have one in your district, can definitely help out with those areas. Okay, Sherry, are you able to unmute?
Yes, now I can. Thank you. One of the questions that my ADs get all the time is, well, I joined in the elementary school. Why do I have to join in the middle school and the high school too? Why isn't it just I joined PTA, so now I'm a PTA member? And they're a little tired of answering it, but they do know the answer.
I mean, there's always going to be things that we are always going to have to continuously answer, just like, do I have to join every year? Yes. Do I have to volunteer? No. Do I have to come to meetings? No. Things like that. I mean, the information's out there. And it does sometimes feel like when we're talking to parents that we feel like we're a little bit on repeat. But by informing parents over and over and over again, because I know I need to sometimes hear things over and over and over again, because I'm busy. I work, I work outside of PTA. My children are one's in college, one's about to go to college. There's sports, there's extra other curricular activities going on. I don't remember from one day to the next what I'm supposed to be doing. So definitely I need those reminders of, I still need to support the PTA and I still need to join. But yeah, so it is still very important, like we had said, that parents still need to support the PTA at the middle and high school level, but it's also very important that the students start getting involved in supporting their PTA or PTSA in the middle school and high school level. Kathleen, I don't know if you want to add a little bit more to this as our marketing specialist.
Sure. One of the things I think is important is you have to look at those kids and think about where they are, and meet them where they're at, and bring them into PTA. So I have a 9th grader and I have a 6th grader, and I know that they're very, very passionate about issues of equity and justice and making sure that everything's, fair for kids. And, if there's a new rule about the bathrooms being locked, Mom, I think the PTA should be on this and they should do something. And it's turn around, you should do something. PTA can mentor them and teach them how they can self-advocate, the ways that they can go through the proper channels to talk to people in charge, follow procedure, and learn a lot. And not only can they make an impact, they can also just put that on their transcripts. And when they're applying for colleges, it looks great. So, you can also appeal to that vested interest there. What are you going to get out of this work? Yeah, you could get into a good school, kid.
Let's see. So I see there's another question in the chat box. Now that PTA has voted to raise their dues, how will my PTA handle this with our own membership? Do we have to raise our dues also? So at the last national convention in June, this past June, national PTA voted to increase their portion of the dues. So right now your unit pays $4 to New York State PTA. Part of that is the national dues that state PTA sends on for you. New York State PTA did not raise our portion. So it was just a national PTA raising up their portion. So how will your PTA handle this? So your bylaws spell out how much you charge per membership. for the standard, for the additional, for the student, for the teacher. And at some point, our state bylaws chair, Jerry Lehane, is going to send out information to all units regarding this with explicit directions for everybody so that you know what to expect and how to go about it. If you have your units bylaws about to expire, please contact your region director or your region bylaws chair if you know who that person is. If you don't know what region you are, there is a map on the New York State PTA website. It goes by, we have 12 regions in New York State. Within those regions, there's several counties for each. And then you can email pta.office@nyspta, and they will help connect you with your region director, and you can get better information on how to go about increasing your dues if your dues are coming, or I'm sorry, if your bylaws are coming to be expired soon. So, but for the most part, we're just going to wait for the New York State PTA bylaws coordinator to send out directions on this. Is there any other questions? Okay. I'm going to ask Danielle a question that I usually get when it comes to membership engagement and the success stories. So Danielle, can you please tell us a little bit more about the success stories and what does it mean to be a PTA success story where, you know, not some PTAs may look at themselves, you know, we're our own worst critics. So some PTAs may look at themselves and be like, I'm not a success. Tell us why they still need to send their stories in.
Well, being humble in a lot of cases, which I think a lot of units think, as you said, Renee, they don't necessarily want to toot their own horns, but I think rather than tooting your own horn, it's if we're going to use the audio analogy, let's say we're sending out the back call, right? So we're encouraging other units with information about what we have done that has made our membership grow, or if not even looking at increasing membership numbers, ways that we have been able to create better relationships. Some success stories that we've seen submitted through the Google Forms have talked about the PARP events that an elementary school, let's say, put on. I think one had a Dr. Seuss theme, and they incorporated it from kindergarten through 5th grade with literacy skills and building language blocks and just a number of tools that they were able to use to engage their students, their teachers, the families, as well as community members. And that helped to create lasting bonds with students in the school, with different families. They were able to meet each other. And while the PARP event was focused on, let's say, the 20 minutes of reading for the students, the PTA was actually able to see, like I said, an increase in relationship building, attendance at PTA meetings. And so we like to look for success in all of the from small to big. So if your unit sees an increase in membership, that's great. But we would also like to see, let's say, a way for members to show how they can show their own power. So we're looking at the power of you as one of our themes this year. So there is no wrong way to PTA, and our success stories are a reflection of that.
Thank you. I did want to point out, I did not realize our bylaws coordinator for New York State PTA is on the call, Jerry Lehane, and she did post in the chat that an email was sent out last week to all officers about the dues increase. So if you are not a president, secretary, treasurer, please contact your unit's secretary, president, treasurer to find out if they received it. Let's see. how is my unit's membership goal determined? Is it always bigger than the prior year's membership? Okay, so yours truly, don't hate me. I create the goals. The membership coordinator for New York State PTA is tasked with that that duty. And we do that every year, and it's updated by August 30th in Givebacks, and you can find it under your units data page. It's in the left sidebar. I believe it's under compliance. And so this year, the membership goals, I went about it a little bit differently, trying to make things a little bit more easier on myself and everyone, because we have close to 1,500 PTAs statewide. So it takes some time for me to get through every single one of them. And I do review every single unit individually. So this year, what I did was where your unit ended last year as of June 30th, how many members you had. I just added on 5, just gave you a little bit of a goal. Is it always bigger than the prior year's membership? For the most part, yes. Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines goal as the object of a person's ambition or effort. It's an aim or a desired result. And when we are looking to do more and engage more parents and students, we don't want to set the bar really low because sometimes that can really backfire. And membership is really important to you as a PTA because this is where you're going to get your volunteers and your future leaders. So it's always a important thing for you to aim to grow your membership every year. There are very few instances where a PTA would have a lower goal. And an example of that may be if your PTA has merged with another one. I know there's a lot of school closures going on across the state sometimes. So sometimes we do have to merge with another school. So that might be an adjustment as well. But for the most part, yes, you do have a higher goal. It is based off of where you end your membership number. It's not based off of enrollment. I have no access to that kind of information. Let's see. Did I miss any questions? Oh, so Christina says, so if a PTA consistently doesn't meet the goal you set, would you lower it or keep it the same? It depends. It depends on how close they get. And it also depends on their membership history. So I do look at trends. Most businesses, we look at trends when we think about, growing our own customer databases. I'm only talking about this because I own my own small business. So when I look at my customer database, I look at, how much I want to grow, what do I need to get there? And I do employ a little bit of that with this effort. So if it's consistently going down and down and down, I may even reach out to the president of the unit to say, hey, what's going on with your PTA? Because there's a lot of things that I don't know. And sometimes most of the times I like to have a conversation when I come across information like that, because I'm not there and I want to know, what's going on, so you get a chance to tell me. But absolutely, yes. Sometimes we can lower it if you feel that yours is too high. I would love to have a conversation. And you can email me. My email address is membership@nyspta.org. And we can go over your membership goals that way. Does anybody else have any more questions? Thanks, Kathleen. I'm going to just ask really quick for Kathleen and Danielle to please put their email addresses in the chat. Kathleen, again, is our Kathleen is our marketing specialist. She's got lots of ideas. She gets to see, she follows a lot of units, so she gets to see what they are doing on social media. She can definitely help you with marketing ideas. And Danielle, again, our marketing, oh my gosh, I did it again. Danielle is our membership engagement specialist. So if you're looking for ideas on helping to grow engagement with your membership, she's your girl.
And if you would like to submit a membership success story, I would love to read it.
Well, I think the membership webinar, first of all, thank you so much for our first webinar series. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to give our units the information that they need so that they can become better and stronger units here in with New York State. I just thank you. And the questions were amazing. And one of the great thing about the questions were it was not a question that was just for any particular region. Any region or any unit within New York State can understand those questions. And we've heard them as leaders with New York State. We've heard them over and over again, with the exception of the raising of the dues. But everything else we've heard over and over. And I just want to thank you, Renee, and your team for the fabulous information that you provided. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was our pleasure.
You're welcome.
And for everyone, please, as Mary has stated, with our leadership badge, I hope you remember that special question. There were a lot of questions, but there was that one special question that you need to make mention of as you participate in the membership webinar badge for the membership webinar. I mean, for the leadership, sorry, for the leadership badge, but using the membership webinar. Remember that special question. And Mary, I'm going to turn it over to you.
I just want to say that you guys all did such a fabulous job. You can always learn some more stuff every time you listen to a webinar. There's always things to learn. With that, we're going to close tonight out. And I hope everyone has a safe night. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Wonderful night.